Hello everyone, welcome to GooCampus. This is Ashwini with you. So in this video, we are going to talk about best country for doctors. That is it India, the UK or Australia? I think many doctors or many parents understanding that NEET is around the corner, most of you have this doubt. Should I do my higher training in India or is UK better or is Australia the better option? So quickly, we are summarizing all three options for you so it will become easy for you to understand which one meets your requirement better. So starting with India, first is we are talking about exam. It's NEET-PG, that is National Eligibility Cum Entrance Test. And talking about exam frequency, it's conducted once in a year. Talking about duration of training, the MD-MS is only for 3 years, but yes, most candidates do pursue super specialization after MD-MS, that is they go ahead with MCH or DM, which adds on to another 3 years. Talking about exam format, NEET-PG is a scoring based exam. Rank is the most crucial factor for securing a seat in India. Talking about types of institutions and types of seats, the best part of India is it's not just one. You have multiple options. You have government medical colleges where you get government seats. And in some states, you also have NRI seats in government medical colleges. Apart from this, you have private medical colleges where you have government quota seats plus private merit seat. And you have management seat and NRI seat in these private medical colleges. And then you have deemed universities where you have two types of seats, that is management seat and NRI seat. Along with this, you also have central universities and DNB accredited hospitals in India to do your post-graduation. So talking about tuition fees, now tuition fees varies based on the specialty and the college. It also varies from state to state, seat category and all that. If I have to just give an approximate number, for government and DNB seats, somewhere around 50,000 to 2 lakh rupees per annum. Of course, in few colleges, it's a bit more higher. In few colleges, it's a bit more lesser. But these are just average numbers for your understanding. Talking about private medical colleges, the private merit seats varies anywhere between 12 lakh rupees to 20 lakh per annum. Talking about deemed universities, they have management seats and NRI seats. It varies somewhere between 20 to 80 lakh rupees per annum. Talking about private colleges, so in private colleges, as I said, you have merit seats and you have NRI seats, right? So the management NRI seats will vary anywhere between 40 lakh per annum. From there, it goes on till 1 crore 20 lakhs, 1 crore 30 lakhs per annum based on the choice of your specialty. So now these are just approximate numbers, but if you want accurate college-wise fee structures and rank cutoff, please do subscribe to GooCampus NEET-PG College Predictor. The link is given in the description box below. Now the next important point, talking about portfolio, interview and all that. Now, there is no major emphasis in India on building a strong portfolio or acing interviews. As I mentioned before, the primary focus is on achieving the best possible rank in the NEET-PG exam to secure a PG seat. Now, next talking about specialty. In India, your specialty is usually guaranteed based on your rank and the order of preferences that you enter in the counselling rounds. You have options to include a government seat, private seat, management quota seat. It's up to you. So higher the fees, it increases your chances to get your desired college and specialty. Now talking about counselling process, in India, the seat allotment happens through centralized counselling system. You cannot approach a college directly for a medical PG seat. You have to participate in the counselling rounds. You have round 1, round 2, mop-up round and stray vacancy round. If there are many seats vacant, many states also conduct special stray vacancy round to fill up the vacant seats. Talking about mode of counselling, all rounds in India are conducted online. So the counselling system has changed. The guidelines, the rules, it keeps changing every year. And from one counselling authority to another counselling authority, the rules are different. And let's say in the same counselling authority, round to round, the option entry guidelines and rules are different. So it's important that you invest your time, understand the whole process, see what are the penalties, consequences of you writing your preference order and make a wiser choice. So this was all about India. Now talking about UK, that is the postgraduate medical training pathway in United Kingdom. The first thing, talking about exams and exam structure, the most popular exams are PLAB, that is Professional Linguistic Assessment Board. It has been replaced with UKMLA now. PLAB is a two-part exam. You have PLAB 1 and PLAB 2. Now, talking about membership exams, PLAB is not just the only route to work in the UK, right? You also have multiple other routes. So, next popular route is membership exam, that is MRCP, MRCS, MRCPCH, MRCOG, MRChem, depending on your choice of specialty. Some membership exams are 2 parts, some are 3 parts, so that varies. Next, talking about exam frequency, PLAB is conducted multiple times in a year. It's held 4 times annually. It's available in many countries, and of course in India, in many cities it's available. Talking about PLAB 2, you'll have to go to UK to do your PLAB 2 exam. Now, talking about membership exams, this happens again multiple times in a year. Most of the parts can be taken from India, but for few parts and few membership exams, you have to travel to UK to give the exam. Next, talking about different routes or alternate routes to practice as a doctor in the UK. Of course, as I mentioned before, PLAB is the most popular and common route. Apart from this, you also have membership exams route where you pass all parts of the membership exam and then you apply for GMC license, and then you also have GMC sponsored programs. We also promote Buckingham University program, Indo-UK-PG programs. So these are different routes. You don't have to write PLAB all the parts, membership all the parts, but you can still go to UK and work. So if you're interested to know more about the alternate paths to work in the UK, of course, we can talk to you one-on-one and give you the pros and cons of each of the pathway. Next, talking about PLAB pass rates. For PLAB 1, the pass percentage is around 70%, and for PLAB 2, the pass percentage is around 65%. Now, the pass rates vary slightly by year and exam cycle, so please do refer to official website if you want to know exact number. Talking about tuition fees, there is no annual tuition fee concept in the UK to do your training, or let's say to do your residency or postgraduate training. That's the best part. Now, talking about duration of specialty, or let's say duration of training, except GP. GP is the only specialty where it's done in 3 years, but any other specialty that you look at in the UK, it takes almost on an average around 6 to 9 years. So the surgical branches will take a bit more time. So this depends on the field and the training path that you take. Next, talking about total expenses. Now, we just told that there's no annual tuition fee, but that doesn't mean there are no expenses, right? So you do have other kind of expenses like exam fees, the coaching fees, visa, flight, accommodation, living expenses, and how much you're going to invest in building your CV and all of this. So average spend ranges anywhere between 12 lakhs to 16 lakhs on the whole. But of course, some doctors do spend a little lesser and some more, and some doctors spend a little higher based on the lifestyle choices and how much they invest in building a strong CV and the length of the stay in the UK, doing observership to build contacts, connections and all that. So it's up to you. But this is the average figure. Next, talking about training environment. Postgraduate training takes place in NHS hospitals, and NHS training is highly standardized and structured. Your postgraduate training in the UK does not happen in university. It happens in NHS hospital. Next, talking about selection to training post. Now, the selection to training post in the UK is based on the necessary exams that you have to pass, and then your portfolio, and then how you perform in the interview. So, the competition is really high, and it's not just one factor, the multiple factors. As I said, you passing necessary exams, your portfolio, and how you perform in the interview. All these play a very important role in helping you to secure a training post in the UK. Now, talking about your salary. Now, salaries in the NHS are good and stable. However, the cost of living in the UK is relatively high, especially in larger cities. But let's say if I have to just give you a starting number for FY2, that is as a junior doctor, you will earn a basic salary of anywhere between 38,000 to 42,000 GBP per annum. Of course, if you have experience in India and you've passed a part of membership exams, you might be offered a little higher, but this is the baseline. Now, what happens after PLAB? Like what to do after PLAB? So after PLAB, after you're done with your GMC full license to practice, you can apply for non-training jobs. It is the most common first step that every IMG takes. And next is you are eligible to apply for training jobs directly from India by signing your CREST. Or you can also do it after gaining your UK experience. Of course, UK clinical experience and a strong portfolio greatly improves your chances to match to a training post. But there is nothing to stop you. As of now, many doctors do apply for training posts directly from India, and we've also seen many doctors are getting selected to GP training post, and very rarely we can see they're getting selected to IMT training post, and of course many are getting selected to FY2 training post. Now next, talking about recognition, the UK CCT, that is Certificate of Completion of Training, is recognized in India and is respected globally. This gives you a consultant status in the UK. It is very well recognized across the globe. Now, the most important thing, if I have to summarize, how is the current job market situation in the UK for IMGs? Now, at present, IMGs are facing increased challenges in securing the jobs after passing PLAB, especially at the junior doctor level, where competition has significantly intensified. However, mid-grade positions, particularly for those who've completed postgraduate training in India, or doctors who've cleared all parts of the membership exams, or let's say you passed PLAB, but you also passed one part, two part of MRCP, MRCS. So these kind of doctors are able to get jobs, are able to get interviews, and it's easy to secure a job faster compared to just doctors who pass PLAB. So if you can continuously work on your portfolio, there are jobs in the UK, but the jobs are at the mid-grade level, not at the junior most level. For junior most level, the competition is really steep. So that's all about UK. Of course, if I talk more, I can talk more and more, but as this is just a comparison video, I'm just giving you a brief information. So talking about Australia, that is AMC pathway for IMGs. Now, as a student from India, you will be exploring standard pathway. Talking about exam and exam structure, the AMC exam is a two-part assessment exam. AMC Part 1, which is also called as MCQ, that is Computer Adaptive Test, MCQ CAT test, and AMC Part 2 is a clinical exam. Talking about exam frequency, AMC MCQ exam is conducted monthly in India across various cities except in December and January. So it's easy to get your AMC MCQ exam slot. Talking about AMC Clinical, the Part 2 must be taken in the Australia. Of course, for clinical exam, there's a waiting period to secure a AMC Clinical slot. Now, talking about the unique advantage in Australia, now Australia is the only country where after passing the AMC MCQ and meeting the English language requirements, that is either you have to pass your OET, PT or IELTS, you can start applying for jobs even before taking the clinical exam. So this is the only country which has an option like this. So talking about AMC exam pass rates, now these are taken from the secondary source for your reference. These are not the exact numbers because on the official website, we can't see the updated numbers. So let's say for AMC Part 1, that is for the AMC CAT MCQ, the pass percentage is anywhere between 50 to 60%. And for AMC Part 2, that is for the clinical exam, the pass percentage is anywhere between 25 to 28%. So talking about the validity of AMC score, the AMC scores do not have a limited validity period. It's valid forever. That's the best part. And talking about number of attempts, there is no cap, or let's say there is no limit on the number of times you can write the AMC exam. So if you lose once, you can try again and again and again. There is no cap on number of attempts. Talking about tuition fees, similar to UK, there is no annual tuition fee to do your training, that is to do your postgraduate training in Australia, but you will incur costs such as registration fees, membership fees, etc. These are the expenses that you may come across during your training. So talking about the total cost estimate, now your overall expenses may range anywhere between 12 to 13 lakhs. This includes your exam fees. AMC Part 1 is 1.5 lakh rupees. AMC Part 2 is 2.5 lakh rupees. Apart from this, you'll be spending for your coaching, question banks, visa, flight tickets, accommodation, and your logistic, daily living expenses, all of this. So all of this put together, you might be spending around 12 to 13 lakhs rupees. Of course, costs may vary depending on where you're taking coaching from, the stay, there's a length of your stay in the Australia, lifestyle, etc. So talking about what makes Australia interesting, now Australia is known for its peaceful lifestyle, less stressful working hours. I think they hardly work for 38 hours per week, and excellent work-life balance. So that makes doctors in Australia very happy. Talking about salary and pay, doctors in Australia earn competitive salaries with very good work benefits. As RMO, that is as a resident medical officer, that is as a junior doctor, you start anywhere from 85,000 AUD per annum. From there, it goes till 1 lakh AUD per annum. Now, the salary ranges from state to state, and even the recruitment campaigns are different from state to state. So, you'll have to follow each state to understand what's the salary that they offer and what are the different timelines and recruitment campaigns. So, talking about job opportunities in Australia, after passing AMC Clinical, many job opportunities are open for IMGs. As I mentioned, after clearing AMC Part 1, you can apply for jobs, but it's a little difficult to secure. But after clearing both the exams, most of the doctors are getting jobs quite fast. So you can apply for, you can start from RMO jobs. So that is, you apply for resident medical officer jobs in Australia. Talking about selection into training post, now you got into RMO job. So how will you go forward to the training post? So the entry into the training programs is competitive in Australia, and it typically involves you clearing your necessary exams, and you will have interview, and of course you'll also have portfolio assessment. So again, these play a very important role in securing a PG seat in Australia. So now, answering the most important question, which country is better? So let's say there is no single line answer for this, but if I have to just summarize, if your priority is clinical exposure, family ties, quick entry into specialty, and work faster in that specialty, India is for you. If you want a structured training program with a very well established healthcare system, then consider the UK. If you're looking for a great lifestyle, higher pay, and you have plans to migrate, then of course Australia is a good option. So this was briefly about what is the plus and minus of this country. We can certainly talk more in detail if you can talk to us or meet us at the office. So thank you so much for watching this video. If you need any further personalized support for India NEET-PG admission counselling process, or you need complete handholding for your UK or Australia journey, then we are there. You can contact us via phone, email, or you can fill up the form which is given in the description box below. Our counselors will reach out to you to talk to you in detail to understand what is your requirement, and accordingly we can suggest which one matches your requirement. So if you wish to see more content related to India, UK or Australia, please do subscribe to our channel, and thank you so much. All the very best to each one of you watching this video.